Rolex is selling a decade-old GMT Master 2 Batman for about $20,000, but we've got a shiny new 2024 model on offer for just $17,600. Enter Rolex's Certified Pre-Owned CPO system, where watches get a refresh and polish under the company's meticulous care. Each watch is authenticated and serviced by Rolex's in-house experts and comes with a 2-year international warranty. It's like getting a new lease on luxury, minus the hassle. But let's not forget, a Rolex may last forever, but it won't make your coffee in the morning. What is the CPO system? So, how does a watch score an invite to Rolex's exclusive Certified Pre-Owned club? Well, it's not about age discrimination, but there is a minimum age requirement, 3 years to be exact. But don't be surprised to find timepieces that are just a tad older, perhaps 4 or 5 years, still flaunting their original 5-year international warranty like it's a backstage pass. Here's the clincher. Considering most modern Rolexes are engineered to run like a dream for 8 to 10 years without a pit stop, opting into the CPO might feel a bit like buying premium gas for a city scooter. Are you really getting extra zoom for your buck, or just a higher bill? Despite this, every watch that makes it into the CPO roster is decked out with a full set of box and papers, primed for their next glamorous outing. For the rookies out there, full set isn't just Rolex lingo for the works. It means your Rolex arrives with its original box, the outer box for double the unboxing fun, a sleek sleeve, an elegant green leather wallet, and the international warranty card detailing the watch's model, serial numbers, and the VIP date it was first registered. You'll also get a service booklet, the instruction manual, because who reads those, right? A green hologram swing tag and the all-important white swing tag. That last piece is like the secret handshake in the watch world, verifying that your watch's dial code is the real McCoy. Why fuss over such details? Because in the high-stakes world of luxury watches, authenticity is king, and these accessories are your crown jewels when you decide to sell. Every Rolex in the CPO has been given a thumbs up directly from the mothership, guaranteeing its pedigree. But the absence of a full original set can turn that crown into a tiara when it comes to resale value. Still pretty, but not quite the full sparkle. If you're curious about what's currently up for grabs in the CPO showcase, it's a bit like playing Rolex roulette. Not every watch comes with its original boxing. Often, it's a case of if available. Think of it as reaching into a mystery bag at a high-end gala. You might pull out the grand prize or just a consolation souvenir. Before we move on, why not join the opulent Oasis crew? Subscribe for fresh cutting-edge updates. Let's get back to it. The value proposition of CPO watches. What's in the box when you opt for a CPO Rolex? Alongside your new-to-you watch, you'll find a freshly minted CPO card boasting a 2-year warranty and the date Rolex gave it a tune-up. Gone are the days of the green hologram tag. In its place, a chic white CPO tag serves as a badge of its refined status. They throw in a new CPO box to house your precious cargo, and sometimes you might even find a modest TR pouch, somewhat underwhelming compared to the treasure trove that comes with an untouched Rolex. This minimalist setup begs the question, are we losing the plot and the value by skimping on the full set? From our vantage point, absolutely. Owning a Rolex is about more than just telling time, it's about telling a story. While a recent service and a nod of authenticity from Rolex are all well and good, missing out on the full ensemble can leave your watch's narrative feeling a bit unfinished. And that brings us to the elephant in the room. Are CPO Rolexes a bank-breaking bargain, or just plain broke in the grey market? Don't just take our anecdotal advice, do some sleuthing. Compare, contrast, and see for yourself. Just this week, we're taking in a 2020 Sea Dweller 43 Red in stainless steel, a prime example of CPO pricing. The previous owner forked over more than $4,900 via the CPO system. Our price tag would be set at about $12,250, and we'd pay around $10,800 to bring it on board. Meanwhile, Rolex's ask? A whopping $17,150. They're likely scooping these up for less than we'd ever dream of paying. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you're eyeing a CPO Rolex, maybe take a moment to consider if it's the crown jewel of deals or just a polished pebble. Market implications and consumer advice. Let's pull back the curtain on the glitzy world of Rolex margins. Around here, We aim for a modest 20% markup. That keeps our lights on, our staff paid, and the taxman at bay. But when we peek at Rolex's numbers, the game changes entirely. Consider this: a watch we might pick up for around $9,800 is something they'd snag for the same price. Yet, they spin it around, add that Rolex fairy dust, and voila, it's on the shelf for a jaw-dropping $17,570. That's not just a profit, that's a windfall, an 80% markup. It's the kind of math that makes you wonder if they're using calculators or crystal balls. Now, before you dive headfirst into the sparkling waters of the CPO system, pause and ponder: is the investment worth it? The luxury watch market, especially the shadowy realms of the grey market, can be as tricky to navigate as a spy novel. Not everyone ends up on the losing side, but the risk of overpaying is more real than most realize. And about that Rolex service, ringing in at a cool $1,220. In the grand tapestry of their margins, it's a mere thread. This leads us to the million-dollar question: are you just paying for the privilege of the Rolex stamp and a little polish, or is there more to the story? Here's a juicy tidbit. Could there be a carrot dangling at the end of that luxury stick? Buy this CPO watch, and who knows, maybe you'll find yourself bumped up the list for a brand new shiny model. If that line sounds familiar, you're not alone. We're all ears if you've heard this siren song before. What about the dealers? If they push these pre-loved treasures enough, does it mean they get a bigger slice of the new release pie? It's a clever strategy, if true. It keeps the conveyor belt of new models rolling smoothly through their doors, though the details remain as murky as a foggy London morning. Let's spin a yarn about the quest for a horological unicorn, the Oysterflex Daytona in rose gold, that elusive beauty with a sundust dial. Rolex tags it at $35,855, but in our corner of the world, it fetches a cool $42,800. Snagging one is about as easy as finding common ground in a political debate. This story twists when our hero gets steered towards a CPO model, a 2021 Daytona Oysterflex clocking in at $44,000 from Rolex. Ouch! Meanwhile, we're over here flipping brand new ones for just under $36,700. Talk about a watchmaking plot twist. Venturing into the CPO jungle on sites like Chrono24 or eBay is akin to entering a maze without a map. Try it. Search for a Rolex model with CPO tagged on and watch the confusion unfold. For example, take the James Cameron edition, with its iconic blue and black dial, known in the circles as the 126660. It sits comfortably within its production years, yet the listings might suggest otherwise. This raises a red flag about Rolex's strategy. Are they stirring the pot by intentionally mixing up years on CPO watches? If you're not a guru who can spot the difference between bezel iterations or clasp finishes, you could be wading through a swamp of misleading listings. We suspect Rolex is playing a sly game here, perhaps hoping to blur lines and keep us guessing. If you've had a dance with this scenario or navigated these turbulent waters, we're eager to hear your tale. Before you go, don't forget to hit subscribe to Opulent Oasis for more luxe tidbits and timepiece truths. Share your stories below and let's keep this conversation ticking. See you in the next video, where we'll continue unraveling the mysteries of luxury living.